is the Dirty December Fest. Chaos in the ring. Of course, this is brought to you by Dr. Ezekiel Adamu of Balmoral Group Promotions in collaboration with Amakia Promotions and Queensberry Promotions. Title sponsors are Bed Ninja, Super Commando, Top Tier Sports Management, Silver Mike Productions, Elite Box Fitness, and On Board. For our very first fight of the night, it's in the National Super Lightweight Division. Introducing first is Isaac, the Star Chukwudi. Introducing his opponent, Raheem Animashaun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fight in the Super Lightweight Division. The judges ringside is Sheyi Ajao, Yetunde Alimi, and Moruf Akambi. Our referee for this bout is Tayo Olaifa. The officials are ready. The fighters are ready. Lagos, are you ready? Introducing first, fighting from the red corner. He is from Lagos, Nigeria, with a professional record of 9 fights, 5 wins, 3 by way of knockout, 3 losses and 1 draw. Make some noise for Isaac, the Star Chukwudi. His opponent, fighting from the blue corner. He is also from Lagos, Nigeria. He has a professional record of 18 fights and 18 wins, with 12 by way of knockout. Raheem Animashaun.
Good evening, boxers. Listen to my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Good luck. Touch gloves.
So 6 rounds here in the Super Lightweight Division. The young prospect from Lagos here, Raheem Animashaun, in with Isaac Chukwudi, 18-0, protecting his undefeated record. 8 years difference in the age. Tail of the tape there. Chukwudi, explosive, and we'll be looking to really test Animashaun, yeah?
Absolutely, like you said, 8 years difference between these two guys. Both of them experienced, but Chukwudi been a long time as an amateur boxer, didn't turn pro as early as one would expect. But for Animashaun, he's the son of a tremendous boxing coach who knows his onions very well. Hence the reason why, of course, he was able to turn professional quite early. And looking forward to this. I think it's a very, very delicately poised bout we're looking for. And 2 of them quite explosive. And of course, also joining Adam and I in the commentary box is the IBO former champion himself, IBF former champion rather, talking about Darren Barker, who joins Adam and myself in the commentary box. Adam, Darren, so far so good.
Fantastic. As Adam has already alluded to in Ghana yesterday, and it just shows the passion that Africa has for its boxing. And it's been brilliant here in Lagos already, and Animashaun, a very good fighter. Incredible to think he's only 17 years old. 18 fights, 18 wins, 12 by knockout. It shows the talent.
Yeah, he was a very good amateur and turning professional so young. Wants to break records and be the real face of Nigerian boxing, looking for victory number 19. I love his sparkling fluorescent green shorts.
Yeah, absolutely. But one thing I also like about him is the fact that he ain't afraid of a fight. You know, he's not afraid to be hit. And that's the secret to a great boxer. Darren would know about that, because if you can't be hit, if you can't take the punches, it's going to be difficult for you to be able to stay in there.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see a fighter that has that natural aggression, that will to get involved, but he has lots of skill. This is good though from Chukwudi, letting his shots go, looks solid, a nice good base to his work, and you can see that's where he generates his power. But I like the footwork from Animashaun.
Yep, the orthodox strength of Chukwudi and the maturity, but it's the razzle-dazzle, the hand speed, the combinations of this Raheem Animashaun Bado, he calls himself, and he's looking the part.
If I could just let you guys know the secret behind the Bado. We still have him there. One of Nigeria's legendary Afrobeat artists, Olamide. It's called Bado, and Bado is actually gotten from the word bad. It's like to make him look like you're the real baddest guy on the planet. So he calls himself Bado, and I think that he's definitely delivering Bado stuff in the ring right now. And you can look at his combination. He's up against a very crafty boxer in Isaac the Star Chukwudi. And I like the fact that Bado can be patient and beats his time and look for the right time to come in, because he's not going to have it easy with Isaac Chukwudi.
Yeah, Chukwudi, you can see, carries power, but it's the speed and the know-how and that aggression from Animashaun that is really catching my eye at the minute. So much composure, Adam, for a 17-year-old.
And Darren and I said it in Ghana last night, another southpaw prospect. They really are coming through thick and fast. One from Nigeria to keep an eye on. Excellent first round for Raheem Animashaun.
Round 2.
Second round, the green sparkly shorts of Raheem Animashaun, 18-0, turned professional just in February of last year. Real hot prospect here in with Isaac Chukwudi. Calls himself D-Star, an entrepreneur, a father and a husband, and he's a decent fighter. He switched to southpaw as well, trying to confuse Animashaun. Let's see what happens. Second round.
It does look like the both corners have actually, assessed the first round, and they've been able to come up with a lot of, response to the way the boxers fought in that first round. You can see that this star has changed his stance a bit. He wasn't lunging forward a lot, but he's found out that he got caught quite a few times, and he's up against a very calculated boxer in Raheem Bado, so he's going to have to be really careful so he doesn't get caught with a sucker punch.
So switching it up, Chukwudi. But it was definitely a good opening round for Animashaun. And the fans behind him absolutely loving it. The jab, the in and out. He's got wonderful feet, Darren.
Yeah, he really has. And I don't think Animashaun needs to be looking for a stoppage or a knockout. I think volume, picking the correct shots. Chukwudi only been stopped the once, and that was 4 years ago, and late in the 9th round of a 10-rounder. So he's tough, he's durable, and you can see Neron, he packs a punch.
Absolutely, and there's one thing you talked about that Chukwudi has in store, is energy, he's durable, he's got a strong chin as well. Like you said, it's not been stopped in a while. About 4 years ago was the last time he got stopped within the distance. Of course, he's lost 1 or 2 fights, but he is a very good boxer. But sometimes, he allows antiques and a whole lot of showmanship to affect his boxing rather than focusing. That's what Raheem Bado Animashaun has. He's a very focused fighter who will try to, break you down gradually.
Excellent action here in the second round. Minute to go. And both of them having success, but it is Animashaun's speed and his razor-sharp right hand. Look at that, the way he's balanced and mixing up his punches. I really like him, Darren.
I tell you what, this is fantastic boxing. The variation, he led with a beautiful right uppercut a moment ago, then he dropped down to the body with 2 shots. Really, really good, intelligent boxer. Again, really surprising me that he's only 17 years old. The way that he's managing this fight is impressive.
Yeah, you know, I told you earlier, he's the son of a boxing coach. His father also a coach, a boxer in his own days. He can mix it up as you just saw now. And you see that he finds a way to go on the inside and dance his way out of it again. And that's exactly what he just done now. So, lovely one coming from Chukwudi himself. But he has also those antiques of when you...
This Raheem Animashaun is another to add to the list. I think third round here, super lightweight division, an international contest, but it's a local derby really between Raheem Animashaun and Isaac Chukwudi. Chukwudi much older, more mature. He's tough and he's strong, but he can't at the moment quite figure out the movement and those rapid combinations of the youngster.
Absolutely, and that's what Raheem has. He caught him again with a lovely right hook there, and that's the deceptive thing about Raheem. You know, every time Chukwudi is going to be expecting the killer punch coming from the left, but those right hooks are getting the job done, and it's just a matter of time. I also love Bado for one thing. He mixes things up. He doesn't just go for the head punches alone. He's giving you body punches, and we all know what body punches do to boxers.
This is good education because Chukwudi is strong and tough and he's throwing his own body shots. He's no pushover, this guy. He's only won 5 of 9, but it's that seasoning that he's got, and this is good learning stuff for Animashaun.
Yeah, look, Chukwudi, in my opinion, from just seeing him here, he's better than his record suggests.
Absolutely.
You know, he's tough, and sometimes with young fighters like Animashaun, only 17, when they're in there with guys a lot more mature and physically stronger, they can get bullied, they can get outmanned at times, but we're not seeing that here, and that's another reason why I'm impressed.
And I must quickly say as well, if Bado wants to open his opponent up, that's a very good exchange between both boxers. He can't afford to fight on the inside with Chukwudi. That's like Chukwudi's bread and butter. He's going to have to step back and try and get those shots in, or else Chukwudi likes to lead with his head, and he's going to give him a whole lot of trouble. You see the way the boxing back has actually changed its momentum all of a sudden.
I tell you what, this is a tasty first fight. It really is a good match here. Animashaun and Chukwudi standing in center ring, delivering punches, and there's no fear at all from Chukwudi.
And the desire to want to impress is eye-catching as well. I like it. You feel Animashaun could make this a bit easier, as you said, Niron. Just get behind the jab work, use those fast hands and the skills, but there's just that desire, that passion. As Adam said, a local derby, there's pride on the line, so that's shining through right now.
Yeah, and I think that Bado is like feeling, you know what, if you want to do it on the inside, I'm right here with you as well. If you want to do it from, taking a stance, having each other throw jabs and hooks, well, I'm here as well. But I think that the best way for him is the fact that he's a cleaner fighter, so he needs to actually maintain his distance and pick his punches very well.
There you go, exactly like that. 2 jabs, upstairs, downstairs, perfect.
Yep, the jab to the body was absolutely beautiful, and it just made Chukwudi check himself. I think he'll begin to feel the pace here. Lovely headshot from Animashaun back in, coming to entertain,
yes.
And that's what this has been. What a start to chaos in the ring.
Definitely chaos in the ring with what we've seen from this first bout of the night. We've got 4 more coming your way, and of course the main event of the night, Lawrence the Source Okolie. It's a Ghana, Nigeria. You want to call it a Jollof war between Ebenezer Tete of Ghana and Lawrence the Source Okolie of the United Kingdom, even though he's got Nigerian blood in him.
Look at these two, they're trying to steal the show here. Animashaun and Chukwudi, they're laying a marker as to, okay, we want fight of the night here, and follow us if you can.
And a flurry of shots from Animashaun. When he puts them together, as much as I like him working behind that lead hand, what he does there, when he puts his shots together with speed, variation, and power, he is a joy to watch.
Absolutely, and you know what, like I said, he has a way of, look at that again, he has a way of, conserving his energy, brings his guard up, leans forward to the boxer so he doesn't get a good chance to actually hit him, and once he finds out that he's been able to rest a bit, he's been able to keep his boxer at bay, he launches those tirade of, combinations.
Niron, the fighters here ever get used to the heat, fighting outside here?
Oh, well, it's hot in here anyways.
Yeah, it's very hot, but do do the fighters get used to that? Does it, if they travel abroad, do you see them being able to fight for 15, 20 rounds because they're used to fighting in such harsh temperatures?
Yeah, they do as well. But most of the time, it's a whole lot of other things that affect them when they go out there. Ring management, round management as well. They oftentimes lose steam when they start very early, and that's the mark of a great boxer as well. That's what Usyk has been able to do against a lot of the boxers in the heavyweight ranks as well. So once they get more technical support, I think, like you said, like you and Adam said, the sky is not going to be the limit for these guys.
The energy in there tonight is fabulous. It was a good point Darren was making, because Craig Richards told us after his dramatic last round win over Dan Aziz in Accra that he felt it in there. Used to fighting in Britain, and it was tough in Ghana. The heat, he managed it. I think in the early rounds he kept something in the tank, whereas these guys look like they could do it all night.
Yeah, do you know what? There's something interesting you said there on with the the African fighters, if we use it as a whole continent, just adding a bit more skill to their boxing, but they have something unique, and there's an unorthodox way of fighting. I remember Costa Zoo saying that he was so technically sound and used to fighting technically good fighters that he found fighting the African fighters the most difficult, because he didn't know where the shots were coming from. He didn't know how to read the African fight. So although they may not have what you think is a technical deficiency, they have something else in abundance.
Absolutely. I mean, you can look at the way
It sets you up, it gives you that base, but often you see a shorter amateur career now and they just get on with it, and there's very, very talented young pros, probably Moses Atalma at the top of that list.
Absolutely. And we're back in it. It's the penultimate round of the first bout of the night. Like we said earlier, 4 more rounds coming your way. Main event. Whoa, that's a fantastic shot there coming from the star. But of course, Bado, this guy's beginning to up the ante, give it to Bado as well. And exactly what Adam said, this is the kind of opposition that Animashaun needs.
Yeah, real good effort here from Chukwudi with a couple of rounds left. He knows he's down on the cards, but he's really trying to crank it up with body shots. But Animashaun comes right back at him. They're staying in the pocket. This is a cracking opener here in Lagos.
And then back comes Chukwudi as well, again showing that passion, that pride, that will to win. And this is terrific matchmaking, I have to say, for the development of Animashaun, the opportunity for Chukwudi. It really, really makes for a good contest.
We're talking about Balmoral Promotions alongside Amir Khan, and they've got real high incentives, haven't they, to make boxing massive here. And with these youngsters, they want to put them in good matches, live on DAZN. That's what the world wants to see.
Absolutely, and of course, before you know it, maybe one of these guys in the next few years will be making it to the Riyadh season, to fight at a bigger stage where you have in the UK and other places. Look at that lovely right hook there coming from Bado. And you can see the way Isaac the Star dances his way out of the corner as well. And trying to conserve his energy, talking about Animashaun, looking for, precise. Oh, what a
beautiful from Animashaun, who opens up. I think the gum shield might have popped out, but what a storm there from the 17-year-old. And I tell you what, if His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is not watching at the moment, we're going to be telling him about this guy.
Blistering hand speed, spiteful combinations, fantastic fighter. And you mentioned his father being a former boxer, a trainer, and you can see that. You can see that Animashaun has been doing this from a young age.
Absolutely.
His timing, his distance.
And those combinations, sorry about that, Darren, looks to have put a cut on the face of Chukwudi, I think on the left-hand side, possibly a cut or a bump around there.
Sweet belly shot from Animashaun, and he's really hurting Chukwudi in the 5th round. Chukwudi had to go for broke. He knows he's way behind on the card, but he has stood with him, Animashaun, and he is growing in this fight, maturing as a 17-year-old, learning how tough it is in the pro ranks.
And showing so much as well, the shot selection, the accuracy, the footwork as well, moving side to side. These are all the fundamentals, all the skills you need if you want to elevate yourself and climb up the rankings. Look at this desire to close the show in style.
Absolutely crazy stuff. Oh, another left hook there he knows Chukwudi is not going to be happy about the way things have proceeded so far. So it's going to come for him. But he's taking his time, conserving his energy. He knows when to go on the explosive, and he knows when to, reserve his strength again.
Final round of what's been a fabulous super lightweight contest to kick off proceedings here in Lagos tonight. Raheem Animashaun is razzle-dazzle, beautiful footwork and punch selection, and the fans behind us are loving it, lapping up every minute of his career, and we're going to be keeping an eye on him. He's looking good for win number 19.
Whoa.
Isaac Chukwudi standing strong, and he's brave and tough. He's taken his licks, and Darren, he's delivered shots back, which is what you want.
Yeah, and they were both talking to each other a moment ago. And yeah, Chukwudi's showing plenty of desire, but he's second best here, but you cannot, Niron, fault his heart.
Absolutely, you cannot. The way he stood in there, even though he's gotten quite a lot of, solid punches to his head, and the body punches, how he's been able to, manage himself and just oh, look at that combination again coming from. When he throws them, they're so lightning fast. Talking about the combinations coming from Animashaun.
Just never flusters, is he? And again, this is why it's remarkable. And I use his age again at 17 years old. If I compare myself, I was like a head, head in the deer lights. What is it? What's the saying?
Deer in the headlights.
Deer in the headlights, that's the one. Sorry. It's like I've been hit numerous times.
I was thinking, where am I then?
But it's true, you're searching for that maturity, but this man's got it.
Look
already.
at this from Chukwudi. What a mighty effort from the man from Lagos, the 25-year-old who's played his part really well tonight. But Raheem Animashaun has stood tough. 7th fight of the year. He's had a string of stoppages.
Oh, my days.
He might have to go the distance here. Inside the last minute. What a fight.
He would have learned an awful lot here. I'm sure you'll agree, Niron, against a guy who's game's tough, strong, and always looks to fire back. Really good matchmaking.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love the fact that, both boxers really having to go at each other, different styles of boxing, but, so far so good. Raheem has looked unflustered. Every time Chukwudi comes with a different, dimension to the bout, he changes as well, just adapts to him.
Great defense there from Animashaun as well. He's shown us a bit of everything. Lightning speed, reflexes, good jab, fantastic feet. And I tell you what, he's showed some grit and determination in there as well. Well done, Isaac Chukwudi, as he heads for the final bell, deserves to go the distance. A terrific 6-rounder to begin this big night in Lagos. He raises his hands
at Ilubiri in Lagos, Nigeria, and we're all looking forward to the main event. But before then, we also still have 3 other bouts. Adam and I will be telling you more about that. But in the meantime, we are going to go to the ring announcer, Victor Godfrey, for the official result of this one.
After 6 rounds of boxing, we have a winner. All 3 judges score this in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, the fighting pride of Lagos, Raheem Bado.
Firstly, I say Alhamdulillah, because none of this would have happened without the mercy and support of Allah. I also thank my dad, Mr. Jamiu Animashaun. He was a former professional boxer and a veteran in the ring. I thank my mom, she's somewhere right there in the stands. God bless you, ma. I thank my schoolmates from University of Lagos, Faculty of fucking Law. Thank you guys very much. I'm very grateful, guys, and I wish I could have done better. If this were a 10-round fight, I would have probably stopped this nigga right here. But thank you, Lord.
We
thank
do.
You, Allah. We bless you guys.
We do apologize for the language, but once again, a massive congratulations to Bado Animashaun.
My opponent, Isaac Chukwudi, is a veteran in the ring. I thank you very much for sharing tactics for me in this ring. You guys know me, Badu Animashaun. I'm a very buoyant person. I like to flaunt myself on Instagram and Facebook. But when I saw that the person I was facing was my brother, I didn't even post a single thing online. And I thank you very much. You're a blessing to the Nigerian sport. You're educated, you're buoyant, you can speak. God bless you. God bless you, Isaac Chukwudi.
All right, what a wonderful first fight we just saw. We shall return after these messages.
I never won the title. I lost 3 fights, like they said. But I say thank you for giving me the opportunity here. And I would love to be here and give every single one of the fans the show like I always been. Because God made me the star. I never paid to be in this level. I have never been a journeyman, and I would not be a journeyman. Thanks to Bamura, thanks to everybody. One love.
All right, absolutely amazing. All right, it's time for us to go back to our commentary team.